Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a blueprint for building a construction business that truly lasts. We're pulling some amazing insights directly from the book, Construction Business Management, and we're going to zero in on the one thing that matters most for long-term success, creating rock-solid customer loyalty. And just a quick shout-out, this explainer is brought to you by the fantastic team over at Alpha Constructions, who are all about turning blueprints into real-life landmarks.
All right, let's get right into it. You're great at your job, right? You know how to build a project, you can manage a site, you can read the plans, you can deliver a quality product. But here's the million-dollar question. Is that really enough? You know, a staggering number of new construction firms don't make it past their first few years. The secret to beating those odds? Well, it isn't just about building structures. It's about building a sustainable business.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First up, we're going to uncover the real secret to loyalty. Then we'll talk about how to win with the budget, what quality really means, the all-important relationship factor, and finally, how to be on time every single time. These are the absolute keys to turning a one-off client into a partner for life. You know, the foundation of a business that's going to be around for decades isn't about landing one huge, flashy job. Nope. It's all about creating a system that delivers excellence so consistently that your clients wouldn't even dream of calling someone else for their next project. Now that is the real prize. So what I find so cool is how the author boils this all down to this really simple but powerful four-part framework. He calls it BQRS. It's super straightforward: budget, quality, relationships, and schedule. Get this, in his own company, they literally put these four letters on their internal forms to guide every single conversation about a project. That's how important this is.
All right, let's dig into that first pillar, budget. And let's be clear, this is not about just being the cheapest bid out there. Not at all. It's about becoming a trusted guardian of your client's money and, maybe even more importantly, their peace of mind. So here's the thing you have to remember. The number one source of conflict on a project usually isn't a problem on the job site. It's a surprise on the invoice. The book makes a brilliant point that even a 100% justified change order can totally torpedo a relationship if it pushes the client over what they were approved to spend. So your job is to get way out ahead of it, communicating constantly so there are absolutely no shocks. You're not just managing a budget, you're managing expectations.
Next up is quality. Now, this one seems pretty obvious, right? Build it to code, make sure it won't fall down. But the kind of quality that builds real loyalty, it goes so much deeper. It's actually a way more personal and subjective thing than you might think.
And this is the big takeaway right here. Quality isn't just something you can measure with a tool. At the end of the day, quality is whatever the project owner perceives it to be. It's their vision, their standards, their expectations. That's the real benchmark. Your structural work could be perfect, but if the paint color isn't quite what they pictured in their head, then in their eyes, you haven't delivered quality. This really shows that quality is a conversation, not just a checklist, and it goes way beyond the physical work. You know, are your invoices clean and on time? Is your communication professional and clear? All of that stuff absolutely colors an owner's perception of your overall quality. The most important thing you can do is have that conversation and get aligned on what quality looks like to them before you even break ground.
Okay, let's talk about the third pillar. And honestly, this one might just be the most powerful of them all. Relationships. In a business that is built on trust and huge sums of money, that human connection is the superglue that holds the whole thing together.
I mean, this quote from the book just says it all, doesn't it? Think about it. You've got two contractors. Their bids are identical. Their skills are identical. Who gets the job? The one the client likes and trusts more. It happens every single time. It's just human nature.
Let me put it another way. Your number one job is to make your client look like a hero. Make them look amazing to their boss, to their board, to their investors. When you start solving their problems and making their life easier, you stop being just another contractor. You become an essential partner. And that partnership is what brings in repeat business, the ultimate goal, because it lowers the risk for everybody involved.
And that brings us to our fourth and final pillar, the schedule. Look, in today's business world, being on time isn't some nice bonus, it is the absolute baseline expectation. Your ability to hit your deadlines is a direct measure of how competent and reliable you are.
The book makes such a great point about this thing called the time value of money. Think about a commercial client, like a retail chain or a restaurant. For them, every single day a project is late is a day they're not open, a day they're not making money. So a delay isn't just annoying for them, it's cash literally flying out the window. So, mastering the schedule is about way more than just good project management. It's about being proactive with your communication. If there's even a chance of a delay, your client needs to be the first to know and they need to hear it from you. When they call with a question, you follow up fast. That kind of responsiveness proves you respect their time and their business. And over time, that builds a reputation for reliability that is worth more than any ad you could ever buy.
So there you have it, the BQRS blueprint: budget, quality, relationships, schedule. And these aren't just four separate ideas, they're all connected. They support each other. A great relationship makes tough budget conversations easier. A clear understanding of quality helps you stay on schedule. They all work together to turn that first-time client into a loyal fan for life. So now you have the framework. The only real question is, where are you going to start? Think about your business right now. Which one of these four pillars could you start working on today to build a more loyal customer base for tomorrow? Thanks so much for tuning in.